What's going on, Gears lovers? Scratch one grub. Y'all know that. Any Gears player would know this. You don't know this saying? What are you doing here? No, I'm just kidding. New players haven't played it. Y'all are gonna love it on PlayStation. So Sony is promoting the Gears of War on their channel. Man, just imagine thinking about this a long time ago. You would have told somebody, "No way, you're insane. I wouldn't believe that." But here it is, Gears of War on PlayStation, right? New Gears of War Reloaded trailer showcase 4K resolution, 120 frames, split screen co-op, and more, launching August 26th. But we got some more interesting news that's more interesting than this, which we already knew about this. I just wanted to say that Sony is promoting it. Gears of War Reloaded multiplayer beta weekend set for June 13th to 15th, June 20th to 22nd. I haven't played it in years, but I told you guys I was number one and two. I was in the top 100 always, and Gears won. As a matter of fact, I went back past so many games just to get to this point so that I can show you guys something. Look at my achievement list for Gears 2. Yeah, 91%. This was back in 2010 when I got my last achievement, but let me go down and show you guys, as you see, I was doing a lot of multiplayer. Um, myself. All right, so we got the Seriously 2.0. Kill 100,000 enemies. That was back in 2009. Yes, just to show y'all that. So I was only missing 6 achievements. I did a lot of multiplayer back then. All right, now when we go back, will it take me to? Oh, are they really gonna do that to me? All right, you know what? We'll find Gears 1 just for you guys. I'll do it. As you see, I have a lot of games. Like I said, I've been around on Xbox since OG Xbox. Um, as I said, I beat all consoles. Let's find my Gears 1 for y'all. I don't know why they didn't let me go back. Um, Quantum Break, yeah, I love that game. That game was great. If you haven't played that, I highly recommend it. Here it is. I, all right, so 52 out of 57, right? This was back in 2009. But let me find something for y'all. By the way, I beat all the campaigns at insane difficulty. To show y'all, just so I can show y'all my proof. This is why I like achievements because they show proof. I don't make up anything. So we did insane difficulty. We've been done that. I'm gonna find it seriously for y'all. See, this is a big deal in Gears 1 because you can't get it in the campaign like you could with 2. This was back in 2007. Only 1% of the gaming community still has this. When I had it, it was like 0.1%. Because getting 10,000 kills in Gears 1 is a hell of a grind. That's how hardcore I was. And I did that in 2007, so how long have I been playing it? You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been there since the OG days. And yeah, this game, I have a lot of special memories with this game. Also with the Unreal Tournament as well. That's when Cliff Blazinski was still around, if y'all didn't know that. So let's get back to the content though. But that's to shut all that down because you have some people that be doubting, saying, "Oh, you could just be saying that." Why? Why? What would I tell you about this channel? Why would I? What's the point of lying? I don't see the point. But anyways, this beta is going to be interesting. We're all going to be able to, you know, get the dirt off our shoulders a little bit, starting June 13th to 15th. That's not too long from now. That's 4 days from now. That's pretty damn close. So let's read some details about this. Let's go down. Published Xbox Game Studios and developer of the Coalition Sumo Digital and Disbelief will host multiplayer beta test weekends for Gears of War Reloaded from June 13th to June 15th and June 20th to June 22nd, the company's announced. To gain access, players must either pre-order Gears of War Reloaded, have an active Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass membership, or own a digital copy of Gears of War. Oh, so it's not an open beta. They're just basically opening it up on the game. So guys, let's read this again. You must have Game Pass or PC Game Pass membership, or you must own Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Multiplayer beta weekend 1 runs from June 13th to 15th and features a social multiplayer experience in a classic team deathmatch mode across 3 maps. You know they're going to have Gridlock in there. Raven Dawn and Gold Rush. No, man, it's supposed to be Canals there. But yeah, okay, starts Friday, June 13th, 7 p.m. is when it starts. And then it ends at 7 p.m. 2 days later. And then we have beta weekend 2 running. Oh, okay, so you're going to be doing competitive King of the Hill mode on Canals being added to the mix along with Courtyard and War Machine. War Machine is beast mode, but Gridlock is the greatest map of all time. So that's going to be the same thing, except it'll just be on June 20th to 22nd for 7 p.m. So we have our details there about that. Look, all y'all JTechs and people that are shooting the wall playing Doom, you know what I mean? They can't play video games. Y'all about to get bodied, man. Y'all be on Twitter too much, so Now, I know there's some good players over there on the PlayStation side, you know, because y'all used to be on the Xbox side, right? Or you're just a good gamer in general and you game. I'll be seeing you out on the field. I know I got to warm up, so I'm not going to be in my prime like I was back then. I mean, that was a long time ago. You know what I mean? It's like 16 years ago. And then for Gears 1, good Lord, farther back. Damn. But I'm not going to miss this opportunity. I'm just going to see how it feels. Why not, right? Give you guys a good show and all that. Talk some mess to people. Let's get that going, right? Because it used to be a thing back then when there was more masculinity in gaming. People could take words on the screen and take, you know, a little bit of, you know, like that and stuff, not just getting their feelings over that and the stuff you see today, all these soft policies and all that. I'm like, come on, man. Gears is a man's game, you know? It's a game of masculinity. And the females are up in there too. They're a bit masculine as well. Not to say they can't be up in there, yeah, you know. But going over to the next to Game Rant, Gears of War Reloaded, 5 biggest improvements confirmed for the remaster. If you guys didn't know, so improvement number 1 is crossplay. So yeah, this is the thing. I really wish that there would be no option to turn it off. I think y'all know what I mean. Oh yeah, we're gonna be doing some curb stomping, wall bouncing. They don't know, man. They're gonna see where Last of Us got some of its oomph from. Yeah, Gears of War. The Gears community can play with one another anywhere and everywhere. While it's been known for a while that Reloaded will be making an ambitious move over to the PlayStation 5, maybe because some people were saying a trilogy at first with no multiplayer. They were kind of wrong. So there was a Gears of War coming, but it wasn't that. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I find it hard to believe. Why would you want to pass up Gears 1 multiplayer? They shouldn't do that, and they didn't. So thank God for that, right? Um, Now it says to PlayStation 5, there was some uncertainty about whether players from all systems would be able to partake in the same intense multiplayer matches. Nah, they wouldn't do that to us. They wouldn't take away those ass whoopings where we want to give to the ponies and the curb stomping that they're about to learn about. Or if they would be divided into their own groups. Thankfully, it's been confirmed that crossplay will be included in Gears of War Reloaded so that everyone, regardless of the system, can join their friend to get in on the action. Right on up in here, ponies. Right on up in here. Come on. Right on up in here. Gallop on. So you can get nashered, curve stumped, wall bounced. You're gonna see. Third person, it's favoring y'all too. You know what I mean? You're already used to it. So let me know what y'all want to do. If y'all want to get some matches, come on my channel. Tell me, leave a comment on this video so we can get some stuff going. I'm down for that. All right. Okay, so Gears of War Reloaded already has a fairly active community on Xbox, but having crossplay baked into the remake, this boosts it big time. Now we have a whole entire PlayStation community and people on PC that want to join in as well. Cross progression. Xbox players won't be forced to start from scratch. For Gears of War who may end up having Reloaded downloadable on multiple systems, the good news is there will be no need to start from scratch since the remaster is confirmed to feature cross progression. That's cool. They're doing everything to make sure this is done and full synchronicity. I like that. This is extremely handy considering there are plenty of weapon skins and characters, you know, and all that type of stuff that people probably want to continue on if they had Reloaded and they have not Reloaded, but they had Ultimate they want to continue on. So yeah, this is good. Considering this is technically the third release of the single game, it definitely would have been a little irritating to unlock everything all over again. Yeah, I agree with that. 60 frames per second campaigns. Relive Marcus's classic adventure in 60. I'm doing that just because I'll be able to get the 60 experience. You know, in General Realm, you don't see me again at the end. I remember facing him on Insane. Oh my god, y'all, that was annoying. Gears campaigns on the hardest difficulties, just like Halo, they're not easy, but I did all of them. The first Gears of War game has been associated with running at 30 frames per second on consoles, but now we're going to be getting that, which is actually really nice. 120 frames per second multiplayer options. Now that is nice. I'm going to be doing that on my high-end PC right here. The campaign isn't the only section of the game that gets a frame rate boost. The multiplayer will also be receiving that. Players will be able to reach up to 120 frames while duking it out with an enemy team of COG or Locust. Lower MS latency now, 120 frames per second, 4K. Yeah, let's see how this feels. Hey, just to see how memory serves. 4K HDR as well. So we have all that. So these are the improvements we're getting. I gave y'all the details about the beta. Y'all seen that I was the real deal, that I don't be making up stuff. Of course, we don't do that here. And if we make a mistake, we talk about it. Yeah, it's time to get real. So yeah, it is funny seeing Sony advertise this. Let's go now and take a look at some of these comments real quick. You know what? Screw it. Crazy times when you see PlayStation advertising Gears of War. I have to say, think about it still, even though it's happening, but it still does seem a little off. Because when you think about PlayStation and picking up the controller, it just, you don't think about Gears of War. I know what he means by like that type of feeling. So I kind of get that aspect. If you would have told me in 2006 that Gears of War would have ended up on PlayStation, everybody would have laughed at you. Xbox is dead, bro. I wouldn't say that they're dead. Okay, so the hardware took a hit, but the brand is expanding out and they're increasing their publishing. So that's not really dying. Dying means that there's no sales on anything. Now, of course, they were moronic by doing $79.99 for Outer Worlds, but that wasn't Phil Spencer. He wouldn't do nothing that stupid. But we need to see how things play out now. But obviously, nobody likes that. But like I said, that means that nobody's on. Everything has went bankrupt. You know what I mean? And nothing's doing well. So, no, it's Microsoft Gaming now that's there, bro. So yeah, enough with that. Gears of War OG veteran 2006 Emergence Day player here who has been playing multiplayer versus for all 19 years straight. I want to say, Gears fam, welcome to all the PlayStation players. I hope you're ready. See, this is a gamer right here. He just welcomed more people into the world. Even if you wanted to be competitive, say that I can't wait to curve some people. I'm glad you guys get to experience a good game. That says a lot about him more than anything else because of the way that he's approaching this, right? You see what I mean? It has nothing to do with the game. It's more like he's in the gamer spirit. He wants to see Gears have more people. More people enjoy the game. That means he really likes Gears. It's not about the fanboy. It's about Gears, seeing more people come in there and get that experience. That's what a gamer should want. Like I said, back in the days, you went to your friend's house. I gave you my game. You give me your game. Let's experience the game. And even though we may be on the same platform, you can borrow my Sega and I borrow your whatever. You know what I mean? Nintendo. Though I had Nintendo, Sega, or whatever. But you kind of guys, you guys kind of get what I mean. It's not, oh, I only want that on this console. If you don't have it, you can't get that experience. I don't want you to have it. It must only be on this console. You 14? 13? But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. All right, y'all. Peace out. Will you be playing the beta? You saw the requirements. You have to have the game, remember, preloaded or have Game Pass. Either of those. So, on PlayStation, pretty sure it's a pre-order. Later, y'all.